All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks for watching that break. So we're going to be trying to follow the winner as stated, Optimus versus Cloudy, ideally. Should be the matchup coming. Have you heard back from either of them yet?
I told Cloudy that we want to cast him versus Optimus when it happens.
Cool. In the meantime, big thank yous to Dove and Wolf for that 100 bits earlier, Maddie76 for the 8-month resub, RWH86 for 6 says, go DreamHack, I mean WCS. Tanya84DK was a 19-month trip, and then Rotate Owls as well for 43. I think that, no, Therodin was a 7-month resub on top of that, and I think that should catch us up. So thank you guys for your support for the stream. Quick note as well for those who are unaware, at the end of stream today, I'll be giving away a BlizzCon ticket to whoever ends up being the bit boss. So may you all kill each other gracefully. I managed to snag. I tried to get 4. It's difficult when you don't have money though. So I did manage to get 1 ticket. To be clear, the July 5th sale. So this wasn't like I've had this like ready to go. So this was 1 ticket acquired when they did their last batch of sales. So give that away to whoever ends up being the bit boss for today's stream, because we have literally less than 24 hours to change the name on the ticket to the person who wins.
Oh, actually, speaking of Blizzard, I guess BlizzCon.
Oh no, this is more important. Real quick, I think someone got Hearthstone's phone.
Oh,
His most recent tweet is exclaiming love for something.
I see that. Way to go. Yeah, I think someone has his phone, or just it just sat down on his computer too. I mean, there's a ton of situations where all the computers have like Twitter and their Twitch app or something, and they just leave, right?
Yep.
So I definitely avoided some temptation before, and that's. I was gonna say the GSO versus the World voting is happening.
Yeah.
Blizzard site isn't working.
Who did you vote for?
I can't vote for them. It isn't working, and people have reported this problem, so it's not just me. Where you log in and then it won't let you log in. Like it'll just be like, nope. Or you log in successfully and then it's like you're not logged in. You're just like. So I know who I would vote for, but I have yet to be able to actually cast my vote.
We're going to cast. All right. Okay. Just message Optimus because he's messaging me, so we should be all good. And as Group Stage 1 is still going underway, there's gonna be a lot of games to be had today, guys. But they are doing winners match and losers match simultaneously, so this should actually make things go pretty quickly.
Yeah. The better way to go.
Also, I guess Cloudy has gone to the bathroom, according to Optimus. Also, why is my name on BattleNet BaseTradeTV and not Rifkin?
Wait, what?
My name, I just realized, is BaseTradeTV. It's not Rifkin.
For what?
In BattleNet.
I thought that was on purpose.
No. Why would I ever pick... Ugh, what kind of name is BaseTradeTV? I mean, honestly.
I don't know, man.
I was spamming poops earlier, dude, because I thought it was Rifkin. But not going to be professional BaseTradeTV.
Do you, though?
No, I don't. Someone earlier, by the way, was asking if I moved from BC. No, I still live in BC. It's the only place I've ever lived. No, that's not true. We lived in Toronto for a month. But then outside of that, only place I've ever lived.
I think when people say, oh, because like I've lived somewhere, they mean more than a month. But I mean, this is locality.
I really want to make BaseTradeTV branded fidget spinners. And on one side we have like your face, and the other side we have my face. Or better yet, 2 separate ones, one with your face, one with my face. People can collect them and trade them.
They're trading 2 things.
Yeah.
It's a very short-lived trade.
What if you got like a random one for when you... No, what if you got like a random 2? No, never mind. Why are you ruining the streaming zombie grub? I just want to make custom fidget spinners, okay?
I feel like, you know, that's
I've
fun,
had this
Make
dream.
collectible ones even.
I've had this dream ever since I was a young boy. From the age of
Really?
5 and up. Watching Pinocchio inspired me, and I wanted to make my own fidget spinner that one day would come to life and be a real fidget spinner.
Oh, I was like, what does that have to do with fidget spinning? I'm pretty sure you had the dream since fidget spinners got popular. So like 6 months.
Okay, so attaching a balloon to a fidget spinner or a deflated balloon doesn't do much other than make slapping sounds. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
I
It
know
sounds
you
a little
can.
weird.
But yeah, I guess there's gonna be these hiccups throughout the day. It is all live, so that's one of the benefits. That's why we get no stream delay. What's up, everybody? Hi, real time. But because they're all doing it live, people are gonna be taking breaks. People are gonna be chatting each other up. There's probably fans stopping by asking for pictures here and there. Like, there's gonna be some delays in some of the matchups as time goes on. But at the moment, it is just like waiting on Cloudy to come back from the bathroom. By the way, folks keep asking too when the mainstream is gonna come online. I don't know. If we had done Yun shipping, I'd have a better outline for you. But we are, because we did Austin last time and we were there live, so we didn't see what it was like in the online scene, and then we didn't do Yun shipping at all. So this is like actually our first online WCS cast of the year, I guess.
Yeah. Well, WCS. When was the first WCS of the year? Or what was the first WCS of the year? I don't even remember. Like in February?
Was it not Austin?
No. See, that's what I thought too, because that's the first one I remember. But I just think it's because it's the first one that was in America. But I'm pretty sure there was one before that.
I'm trying to use compressed air to inflate this balloon that's attached to the fidget
I was
spinner.
like, are you just blowing in the mic? It's
Sorry,
really loud.
I realized it was loud, and that's why I stopped. I'm sorry.
Throughout the year, WCS circuit. What? This is supposed to be the forwarder circuit.
WCS John chipping. Yep, that's what we're talking about. John chipping. Oh,
Worthless.
cool. Daishi is playing. Not doing too badly, apparently. That's cool.
Oh, no, you're right. Austin was the first one.
That's right, Zombie Grove. I am right. It's like music to my ears. It's like a fidget spinner spinning at high velocity. It's just sounds so good.
Doesn't sound like very much though.
That's a little rude. Anyways, I'll tell you what, guys. We're pretty good at keeping people updated as to what's going on. So, well, we still don't know much at this current time about when WCS mainstream is going to be starting and these other ones. Oh, join off. Maybe we get the lobby. We'll let you know for sure. Also, there's a lot of other people casting a ton of these matches. There's very few people in the same lobbies. So, if you don't know how to navigate Team Liquid, go to the sidebar. I do want to publicly embarrass this fella though. Shout out to Poke Bunny, who's apparently community casting the CS:GO DreamHack. Way to go there, bud.
He's doing it with rapid casting too. Perfect.
Oh, are they duo casting together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, rapid casting I know knows about CS:GO because he did CSL, right, for a little bit with CS:GO, didn't he?
Pretty sure it was League of Legends, man.
Oh, you might be right. I thought it was CS:GO. Well, regardless, if you go to the Team Liquid sidebar and pretend that Poke Bunny is associated with the StarCraft DreamHack stream, there's a ton of streams there. A lot of different alternate options for some of these other games. So hopefully you guys will find the ones you like, even if it's not here. But I hope you enjoy the show while you're here, because we're in WCS Valencia. Oh, I guess we're not. Oh, feels bad. Oh. But we are casting the WCS Valencia circuit. This is, of course, the first group stage of many, with 80-something players competing. And in the lower right, for the winner's bracket match, it's going to be the Red Terran Optimus.
And in the top left, as the purple Protoss sees Cloudy.
So yeah, to be clear, the winner of this best of 3 will move on to the next group stage. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But well, we got to see a lot about Cloudy, or already see some of Cloudy and talk a lot about Cloudy to introduce Optimus a little bit to you all. He is, of course, one of these European players who has been competing in things like the Corsair Cup, Ting, and other events we've been throwing. And Optimus has shown a very, I'm going to say, wide variety of skill.
Okay.
On one end, you see him do really silly things like 8 racks Reaper. Like, nobody's doing 8 racks Reaper, but somehow he does it and he pulls it off and it actually works. Then on the other side of it, you see him lose to like really standard things too. So Optimus, I think, can be a really good player, but he's a little bit all over the place too.
I agree. He's a little all over the place. Not quite consistent. Not quite, I guess, just reliable, I suppose. Sure. You can say not quite consistent and inconsistent.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not quite consistent, and he's not quite inconsistent either.
Oh, okay.
He's like in this fine line between the two.
Yeah. But what he is doing now is going for a proxy factory, sent that SCV out.
You think
it's 2 base, you know, so Cloudy really shouldn't have an idea of this is happening. His probe would have left before seeing the factory as usual.
I mean, positioning, this has got to be Widowmine's in a drop, right? Not that Cyclone.
Right. I can't imagine it's an actual push. That'd be way closer.
Well, Stargate will certainly help one way or the other, no matter what he's coming against.
I mean, going for the Widowmine drop in proxy, if it does get absolutely shut down, it feels pretty bad. You proxy 2 pretty important structures, and it just doesn't do very much. But generally, this is more like it comes because right before this Oracle really is ready to come back. It's gone across the map. The Phoenix isn't out yet, and it should at least get a shot off. It's just more like, how good is that shot? And if Optimus continues making Widowmine drops, which he just might when he sees that it's a Stargate opener, you have to either keep building more oracles or hoping to kill the Widowmines fast enough, because there's going to be so many of them.
Yeah. A really big note that Reaper did live. Not so much for scouting or anything else, but now this can get to that back mineral line. Like, all eyes are going to be on the Widowmines, right? Drop the Widowmines in the natural, the Adepts, the Mothership Core, everything's going to be down here. Reaper's then free to go to the main and pick up some probe kills. Ideally is what the situation would be, but seeing this Oracle catch it, oh, that kind of sucks for Optimus. But also is good in a way too. Now that Oracle does not have energy for Revelation.
She does come back though, which is surprising. I mean, I guess because it doesn't have much energy to attack either, but it's actually looking for something kind of suspicious. Barely misses the medevac, but is going to see the proxy. Yeah, what's that?
Alright, well, first Widowmine going to deny some mining. Second one, look for big hits in the main. No one burrow micro on either of these. But
yeah, unfortunately.
They can just sit there. It's only one Oracle, so it can only reveal one of the 2 Widowmines initially. So one should be guaranteed to get another hit. It's whether Cloudy's paying attention or not, because, yeah, he already pulled once, does it again, nicely done. Tries to catch the other ones. This Widowmine was revealed, however.
You know, that got the Oracle?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, why is it already used? It just popped out of the factory. So that's pretty nice. I guess Cloudy must have thought about killing the production and then mistimed or didn't realize Widowmine was going to go off.
That poor CV is actually kind of worthless right now.
Probably feels worthless too.
It's too bad you can't walk on minerals. You can only mineral walk.
Yeah.
Trapped.
So...
I was going to get another shot off.
Yeah, because it's so complicated to deal with this as a Stargate opener, even if your Oracle didn't die.
Yo, kudos to Cloudy, though. He's been really, really attentive, and he's not making complacent...
Oh.
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 Okay. Could have been much worse. Liberator was also hoping to get more done, but Phoenix... they're moving from play. 2 more Widowmines heading to the main, though. The Observer's finally getting close to coming out. Cloudy really hasn't let this disrupt him so badly, but this has still been probably a lot of annoyance. It's certainly screwed up something for him in his build, like maybe misses the timing on an Adept. Oh, he kills the Observer! Are you kidding me? That splash damage was amazing!
Oh, that was perfect. Luckily the Phoenix has come back and did take care of 2 of the Widowmines, because that's how, like, this starts to get shut down. Like, the worst case scenario is that you keep losing your Oracles and they keep on sending out Widowmines. You just never clean it up because you don't want to get a Robo yet. best case scenario, all the Phoenixes clean up most of them, and then you do time out of Robo fine. Which I'm gonna say, like, I'm glad Cloudy did. Cloudy could have been stubborn and just kept on making oracles, but I think that would have, you know, taken even more damage had that been the case.
So, all in all, 15 workers dead. Not horrible, not great, but the big thing for me is we saw Cloudy actually handle Widowmine so poorly when fighting against Ziggy. I was worried this might just be a weak point for him, right? Where just like Widowmines are not units he knows how to comfortably deal with, but I gotta give him credit where it's due. The probe pulls were consistent. He never missed a beat. There was no complacency that cost him 8 workers. That was pretty well handled.
It was, but even well handled, I still would call it an effective opener. And Cloudy is really hurting. The pacing of his game has been thrown off so completely. There's no harassment done with the Oracle, obviously. There's no scouting done with the Oracle either, or the Phoenixes. And he had to kind of sneak in that Robo, where usually you're putting it 100% into Resident Glaives and +1 or Charge and +1, which obviously aren't even here.
There's no
army here. Cloudy just loses.
Look at the supply tab. There's no army, period. Yeah, GG.
Yeah. I think it was more like he handled it as well as you possibly could for not scouting it and opening up with a Stargate. Kind of. Like, I think there's a better scenario out there, but he at least didn't, as you said, lose 16 probes all at once. It still was pretty bad.
For me though, it's just like I think that game is like we go down this butterfly effect route of if that Oracle didn't die to the Widowmine that we had missed, is that game different? He cleans up the Widowmines much sooner. Maybe he's got some counterattack damage, but like that Oracle dying when it did, I think it was like the big tipping point for Cloudy.
Yeah. It certainly is, and that thing should have been alive, and then the Robo should have been, you know, enough to clean up the next 5 or 6 Widowmines. Losing detection obviously hurts.
So I haven't looked at every group in this group stage, but Optimus is pointing out to me as well how crazy some of the groups are, I guess we'll call it. So I guess some of them have 3 like GMs, and then like other groups have barely 1. I'm really not sure how balancing your seating was done. Maybe it was totally randomized or what, but the beauty is, it is, you know, these best of 3s with a group bracket style, so you have that extra life to fall back to, no matter what your bracket or group looks like. And spawning here in the top right, I hope he wasn't complaining about his group, because he's up 1-0 in the winners match. Looking to sail through to group 2. It's the Red Terran Optimus.
In the bottom left, as the purple Protoss, it is Cloudy.
I can't really see Cloudy being tilted. He's got too calm of a demeanor. I'm sure it was like really frustrating dealing with all that, and that loss was not a fun one to take. But I'm looking at the group he's currently in, and like worst case scenario, if he loses here, we know he can beat Ziggy again. And I don't know who Slow Stupid is, but he also got 2-0'd by Optimus. Cloudy is, just for you guys who would like some better context, like GM on the Korean server.
Yeah. I want to say he's top 100 too. I briefly glimpsed all of their ladder rankings when I was there a couple days ago. I didn't memorize them. That weird. But Cloudy is pretty good. There's a bit of a... I'm glad to see, honestly, like, because there were so many players in the house recently that it definitely felt more like, you know, there was like standings and who's better than who and who's like practicing more.
Yeah.
And I really felt like a team house when I went there. It was pretty awesome. A lot of the people are going to be, or not a lot, but like some of the people are going to be leaving after Valencia, but I think all of them have intentions and they want to come back.
Yeah, a lot of folks want to keep revisiting the house, but the Chinese players especially, I'm surprised, have been able to stay as long as they have, because, well, not broadcast to an English audience. There's actually a lot more tournaments going on in China than there are in Korea or even globally.
Yeah.
But just to note too, like, I'm kind of in a small way hoping I see Optimus take the 2-0 here, not because I've got anything against Cloudy, but Optimus is a player who we keep talking about, right? The very first time we talked about, like, inconsistent, consistent, whatever the case may be. I would love for this to be a tournament where Optimus doesn't even need to win Valencia, but get like top placing, get in that top 32, get in that top 16, like show the world that you can place better than just some random dude showing up. Because I think that he is a guy who maybe to some of the Europeans is well known, but to most of the world probably still don't know the name Optimus. I mean, we're lucky enough to know because he plays in a lot of our stuff, but I would love for this guy to get a chance to shine.
Euthermal is trying to, I don't know, like, it feels like Euthermal is almost like fattening up the pig, right? Because he's like trying to make them like a big deal. Like, hold on. He's trying to make him like a big deal, and he's always like talking about how good he is and like tweeting pictures of him and stuff, and how he's gonna win. And I feel like he's just hoping that the pressure of being the best like European Terran is finally off his back when Optimus does really well.
He's like, I want to break guys.
Yeah, I just leave the Optimus to think to have all the scrutiny that comes with this.
Well,
he can complain about the balance and be shit talks for it.
It is funny though, because Optimus and Euthermal are kind of like brothers in arms in a small way, regardless of like who's the best or what have you. But
they are.
This Reaper, it's been pretty hardcore denied. It is Proxima Station, but he still got in for some decent scouting information. The best thing he saw was the Nexus timing. Unfortunately, no vision of the Stargate, but with random Widow Mines placed in the middle of the map, might just catch these units. I think right here is like the specialty alive spot to put down Widow Mines, but these might just catch something.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common. Funnily enough, though, for Cloudy, it wasn't an Oracle opener. This is not Oracle fast third into a couple Phoenix and Resident Glaives, Twilight Council, whatever. This is just straight into Phoenix with still a fast third, but I feel like they've seen faster ones. And I wonder why. He's just like, I lost my Oracle, so why even build them anymore?
I just had such an I'm a dummy moment with chat, by the way. You see, who's this? Diacore for life? I thought that was an upside down tiara until I moused over it. And I realized how stupid I am. I'm like, why are they throwing a tiara back and forth with... Oh. Okay, goofiness aside, 4 Widow Mines coming in. Here's where this could work, right? Big damage, maybe. Downside, there's Phoenix. They can scoop them up. They might not have detection. Well, I mean, they will. Observers on the way. But even then, it's like you can grab these before they burrow and completely deny them.
Well, there's 4 of them, so one's going to be able to burrow.
Unless one dies so quick that then he's able to pick up the other one.
Oh. I think one of these will burrow.
Oh, no. They were in position, so they all will burrow. He grabs the Widow Mine in the middle of the map. This one's at the main going to go off. Not crazy big damage or anything, but still damage nonetheless. 6 workers, and he's actually 2 of them out.
Feels so bad. He took care of the random Widow Mines in the middle of the map so well. He sent probes out, and he realized they were there. He had an observer over them because he didn't have to depend on an Oracle. And then this happens.
I'm actually glad you brought that up. I forgot about the random probes in the middle, so that brings the worker kill tally up to 8. Even better.
Right? It's just... Oh, man. So last game, I think the openers were just really good. I think that Proxy Widow Mine, especially a lot of Widow Mines, just kind of... It's good against a Stargate opener. But this one, I just feel is a game of just being super unlucky. The Phoenixes should have been here. They should have at least gotten the kill on the medevac, and they barely missed her. It's so good for Optimus.
There was a discussion on one of my favorite podcasts recently about ambulance drivers versus paramedics. Like, apparently you can't... the title isn't like you're an ambulance driver, you're a paramedic, right?
Okay.
I wonder how that applies to medevacs. Like, I'm not just a medevac, I'm a doctor, damn it.
I wonder. I'm surprised about that.
Or are they just pilots? Like,
that's a good question. I was gonna say though, I feel like there is training to be an ambulance driver though. So I'm surprised. Maybe it's like paramedics better, so they're also an ambulance driver.
Well, probably just says, yeah. Probably you mentioned the training. Probably something to do with training, but I was just gonna say real quick. There we go. He knew the observer was there because he was looking for it a little bit ago. So snipes that off, pops it. Now, unfortunately, Cloudy doesn't know if there's a drop coming anytime soon. He's a little bit blinded by this. It's gonna hurt. And while you do have these patrolling Phoenix, was it the game for Ziggy? One of the things he did that I really liked, even though granted it was a little trolly with the battle cruisers and stuff, was he put a bunch of pylons spread on the map. Like, he had vision everywhere. Right now, he's got eyes on the right and eyes on the left, but nothing down the middle of the pipe. And this attack from Optimus might just walk through the front door if he realizes there's Phoenix patrolling everywhere else.
That's pretty funny. Phoenixes are being paid attention to. This attack isn't quite ready to go, so that was a pretty important scout. Doesn't have stam, combat shields +1 or 1/1, I guess in this case. And Optimus is just gonna back off, even if that was a surprise. No. Then I think there's still enough of an army with a Mothership Corps to deal with it. But I would just mention too, I didn't realize 1/1 was on the way. You don't see double upgrades too often in TvP. But he also went for like a third built pretty quickly in his main, so I guess he's just going for like little bit more greed. And since his Widowmine harass was working out so well, I really don't mind it. Finally, something goes right for Cloudy.
Yeah, it's a shame. You know, not only is these games all being played simultaneously, it's all live. No chance for Optimus to have sat there and seen this series versus Ziggy. Because one of the big takeaways I would have as a player watching that game was like, oh, this is a guy who can't deal with Widowmines on the front lines. Forget the ones that you've got hidden in the base you're trying to drop. Like, Cloudy was taking really complacent and really bad engagements against Widowmines with his Adepts. And, oh god, that's just like every Terran's best scenario, that Adept walks into it in a cluster and they all get hit.
Yeah, absolutely. The probe going to be going for 4th base is denied. Scans to see what still is not that scary of an army. Okay, well, I think with like 7 more Adepts, a little bit scarier. And Optimus is going to be very hesitant about pushing into this. I was talking about Widowmines maybe receiving the Adepts is not so bad, but it's mostly a distraction tactic, it seems. Optimus just denying a 4th base while trying to head towards the main. Cloudy's onto it, though. Or is he? Well, he's got an Observer, so I think the Phoenix is going to respond.
Right, I thought the Phoenix were already beeline either. Like, maybe the Warp Prism had seen it and glimpsed it or something, but I guess that's not the case.
Now he does.
Yeah,
now he does.
Problem is, though, while he's looking over here, how much can you really warp in on the other side of the map? Looks like just enough.
Yeah. Optimus is rallying, of course, to a 3rd base, so his units, yeah, they gotta be stimmed back to respond. Medivacs might be able to survive if they boost out, but Optimus is too busy dealing with this. Oh, well, they're not being chased anyways. Never mind, they live.
Well, nice thing about Marauders, they can take the Adept hits, but they do still take a long time to clean them up. So exactly. Marcy is gonna die.
Not the worst, though. Optimus still has his upgrade lead. In fact, Optimus is going to have a big upgrade lead.
So Cloudy just recently stepped on a Widowmine somewhere.
Yeah, when he left the middle. I think these upgrades are really going to help. So this one is not bad, especially since the sentries went down, but obviously he has to leave. But 2-2 is going to be up against only 1. It's a good thing that Cloudy will have Colossus and a lot of splash. But even then, I'm not entirely... If Cloudy tries to protect his 4th, basically, if he gets himself into a big concave against the Terran, I'd still be very hesitant with 2 Colossus. But, you know, if he's in a choke, then that's probably fine.
Optimus kind of baits with that? I don't know if it paid off, though. The Phoenix are still going to find the rest of the army. If that had, like, left this alone, that would have been really cool. But he's going to see so many Adepts up here, and this should be the cue to push for that main army to the south. Like, you realize there's all these Adepts out of position. Just go for it. And, well, frankly, this is almost a pure Marauder army. Oh, my god.
Cloudy didn't see that. His Observer's over the other entrance, so the Robo...
He's going to snipe everything.
Is going to go down.
Oh, my god, look at the power of these Marauders!
Oh, yeah, they'll kill everything. Colossus are coming back alone! No, what are you doing? No! No, what are you doing?
That's asking for the Marauders to jump on this, right? Like, perfect scenario for somebody like Optimus, but he's not stopping here in the natural. He's going to push through to the main. He wants to kill all the production of his opponent. Kills the Colossus, too, on the rally. Might even be able to deny these Forge upgrades.
I think he should try.
Oh, he's going for the Robos and stuff. You know, it's an interesting priority on targeting, that's for sure. He can take on these Colossus. There's not enough Adepts to bridge for them. Oh my god.
Still kind of healthy. Well, that one stem just made them all like one-shot range.
I know, but he still takes out the Colossus.
And the 4th base looks like it's being attacked as well. The Phoenix has tried desperately, but they're mostly losing their lives. These Marauders are going to get the kill. GG.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a pure Marauder army like that. Not in a long time.
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah. All right, so Optimus, congratulations, makes it out of group stage 1. 2-0 and a 2-0, not dropping a single map. Very clean play out of him. Now, I'm not sure if we'll follow Cloudy to the finals match or if we'll find somebody else. I'll leave the drive into Zombie Grub, though. We are going to go to a small commercial break. When we get back, hopefully we'll be able to update you guys with what we're getting into next. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back soon.